All right, everyone. Welcome everyone to our webinar this evening. We're thankful for all of you guys joining us tonight to learn a little bit more about your mind, the world around us, how to succeed. The question is, are you okay? In this world today, things are pretty challenging. There's a lot of opposition out there in all things. And sometimes it can get the better of us if we let it. But our message tonight is how you can take control, how you're in control, how you don't have to be concerned or worried about all the different stresses and worries and problems that may occur in your life. So let's get underway. We're going to be talking about, are you okay in your business, and how we can control your mind to get greater results in your life. It's crazy, the things that are happening. At the moment, we've got headlines today where one of our master chefs has committed suicide, with everything going for him in life, except some stresses and worries. We all have stresses and worries. It's part of life. We need to learn how to handle them. We see that one of our football coaches, I think last year, he did the same thing. He threw in the towel, and we're now celebrating his life. You know, I think we need to celebrate the lives of people that do it hard and stick in there and continue to struggle and win. So we need to, business is better when you've got a business coach. The question is, are you okay? Expert advice on how to manage your business and life more successfully. That's what we want to coach on. That's where we do our happiness coaching, to try and help people to save their lives, save their marriages, save their businesses, and start to thrive and prosper in life. Now, who's in control of that? You are. Who's in control? I am. That's what I want to hear you say. Can you say that now? So who's in control? Say, I am. Who's in control of your life? I am. You're in control of your life. It's your obligation to succeed in life. As Paul Gates said, Bill Gates, whether you like him or not, doesn't matter. The thought is great, where he says, if you are born poor in life, that's not your problem. But if you die poor, that is your responsibility. That is your problem. You need to work out how you can be okay in business, how you can be okay financially, how you can be okay and succeed in life. All right, now, some of the ways that you're going to be able to do that, we've tried to prepare books and videos and recordings and webinars to help you succeed, help you find greater happiness in life. One of the books that I wrote is called It's All in Your Mind. And we talk about the first and second emotions. And there's the first emotional game that you're playing. Okay, so there's the emotional growth that you can obtain, and there's the financial growth that you can obtain. As I say, this is a book I wrote with Dr. William Tanner from Los Angeles, California, from Anaheim. He is a psychologist, psychiatrist, a genius of a lovely man, very inspired spiritual man. And he taught the power of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and how they control the body, your body, and the results that you're getting. Now, the conscious mind is a believing mind. No, the conscious mind is a critical mind. It criticizes. It's negative. It looks at things and tells you you're not good enough. It remembers the times that you've failed and reminds you often. Whereas your unconscious mind is a believing mind. You can feed it with the things that you want to achieve. You can feed it with your aspirations, your goals, your affirmations, your auto-suggestions to the subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind believes those things. And that's what I want to encourage you tonight, to start to talk to yourself and feed your mind with positive suggestions. If you're going to be able to turn your business around, turn your life around, then you need to look at how you can change. Now, a lot of your grooming and molding in your life has occurred from the time you were 5 years old. Before the programming you received up until you were 5 years old will greatly control and help your life, help or hinder your life. So if that wasn't great, then we need to work a little bit more on helping you to achieve this success. We need to reprogram your mind. In happiness coaching and Australasian Success Academy, our theme there is that making winners is our business. Dynamic, happy, and successful people are our products. Okay, so we would love you to be a happy, dynamic, and successful person. And we want businesses that you own to be winners. Today, like all winners, we want to make it a great one. All right, so these are little ideas that we have there. Now, we've got our ultimate achievement system, or a whole series of them that we've been developing to help people succeed. As part of our happiness kit that we've been able to prepare. And so in there, we're just producing, or we've just produced, and we're just launching 40 new products, 40 new mind training programs, the ultimate achievement systems. Now, these recreation strategies for these mind systems are CD sets that we've done for people to help you design and recreate yourself for higher images, higher self-image, higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, self-expectations, and so on. And what I've been able to write many books there, and we've been able to develop this ultimate achievement system, which is there to program your mind. These are some of our programs. How cool is it to recreate your wealth? Can I see it in the column there? You're able to type in there, if you want to be wealthier. Okay, yes or no? I'm sure most of you would like to be wealthy. So if you would put that in there. Okay, how cool is it to set goals? So who would like to achieve or set greater goals in life? Just put it in there, yes or no, if you would like that. There's another one there I've done, is how cool is it to be to heal yourself? All right. Fabulous way of healing yourself. It's this there, you just put the CD on and listen and heal yourself. Just do it there. Now you will give up smoking, which I hope all of you have done. If you haven't, you can do it, and so on. Now we've got lists of these. We've got 40 new programs that are prepared, which we can send you a copy of the covers, so you can see all the different topics we've covered. Okay, this is Dr. William Tanner from Anaheim, California, and his lovely wife. And he wrote, it was a lot of his knowledge and input into my book, It's All in Your Mind, which is this book here, down there, It's All in Your Mind. And he is a genius there at the way he changed people's lives, completely turned people around. Now, one of the other people that helped train me in hypnosis and so on was Dr. Les Cunningham, who was the hypnotherapist for the Australian Olympic team. And he was dynamic with some of the amazing achievements he achieved through hypnosis. And so I'm lucky to have been trained by him. In my book, It's All in Your Mind, it's one of the books that's written and approved for right and left hemisphere readers, right and left hemisphere readers. And so I wrote the world's first series of books tailored specifically for right and left brain readers. Okay, now let's cover with you some of the things about how you can control your mind. As in my book, It's All in Your Mind. Picturing is one of the main elements that you're able to use. If you use picturing, you can change your life. So see yourself. Visualization is a major key to your success. If you can see yourself achieving, whatever you can conceive and believe, you can achieve. So if you want to know the secrets to your success. These are the core secrets that you can use to actually achieve the success you've always wanted. I know everyone goes through life wondering, how can we succeed? How can we be great? How can we get ahead? So these are the keys that I teach in my book. It's all in your mind, that will help you achieve this success. And we've got fantastic track record of people who've been able to do this with. So picturing will change you to be able to see yourself the way you want to see yourself. Next is to act. Acting will get you instant emotional control. Okay, have you ever had people knock at your door and someone, I know it wouldn't be you, but someone in your family might be upset and angry and cross, and they go to the front door, someone's knocked on the door, they open the door, hi, how are you? It's great to see you. In a heartbeat, they're able to change themselves from miserable and angry to a happy, polite, nice person. All right. So you have that ability too, to act the way you want to feel, for instant emotional control. Instant emotional control is to act the way you want to feel. So for Pete's sake, if anyone was to think for 1 second that it might be a good idea, that they've had too much stress, it's time to finish themselves, just act happy for a second and it will go away. All right. Act the way you want to feel. You have control to act the way you want to feel, to act in any manner you wish to. When you wake up in the morning, you act the way we expect you to act. That's the way you get up in the morning and act every morning. Now, there's nothing to stop you from changing the way you want to act. You can decide tomorrow that you are going to get up in a different way. I remember when I was in England years ago, I was 21, and I was with a friend of mine from America, California, and his name was Guy Whitworth. And he read a book that I had with me called See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. He was one of the great speakers and motivators in life. And he trained me for years. Anyway, Zig Ziglar in his book suggests when you wake up in the morning, sit up, slap your hands and say, it's going to be a great day. And so Guy read this and said, that's the way we should wake up in the morning. And I said, yeah, okay. So we were in London. It was winter, freezing. So the windows didn't only freeze on the outside, they froze on the inside in our flat. And there's only a little flat. And so to motivate ourselves so that we would get up at 5:30 when we set our alarm, 5:30 every morning. I was on the bottom bunk, he was on the top bunk. So he would jump out of bed and it was my job to turn the alarm off, because that the faster you turn the alarm off, the better the day's going to be. So I would leap out of bed, he would leap from the top bunk, we'd meet in the middle of the floor and say, it's going to be a great day. And so that's the way we started our day. We acted the way we wanted to feel, just an action. And we used to, because we didn't want to miss out, we would set a glass of water on the other side of the room. So if one of us didn't get up when the alarm went off, we could run over and grab the ice water and throw it on the other one. And by this time in the morning, it was ice water, but inside our flats. Okay, so act the way you want to feel, work out ways that you can act and change your emotions. Okay, the third one is to relax. Just relax. Now, one of the ways we do this, the picturing and the relaxing, and to emotionally see these things, is through our ultimate achievement systems. We have worked out a hypnosis program for you, and we've been able to put in all the different subjects that you would want if you're going to be a success in business, in relationships, in health and happiness. We've got all of the different topics, 40 different topics that their new series that we've just produced that's being launched this month. Okay, so you are able to relax. So you're using PAR, picturing, acting and relaxing. So you all know the principle of PAR, where you control your thoughts and your feelings and your behavior and your life through PAR, picturing, acting, relaxing, to control ask. Now, goodness me, you got PAR and ask. What's ask mean? What's that mean? The ask stands for your attitude, skills, and knowledge. All right. So to increase your attitude, skills, and knowledge, there we use ask with PAR. So these are some of the secrets we use to help you change your life. Okay. So remember, we have two minds. What are they? The conscious mind and your subconscious mind. As I mentioned there, we just depicted in this little cartoon, which is one of my cartoons. I have thousands of cartoons throughout my different books. My books are full of beautiful colored cartoons that I've painted, and one of my artists in Turkey has painted, and one of my artists in Indonesia has done some of my artwork as well. Anyway, your emotions, your personality traits, your self-image, the way you picture and attitudes and so on, they all affect your subconscious mind, and they program your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is bigger and stronger than your conscious mind. If we do it like an iceberg, we look at an iceberg there. The top of the iceberg is only about 9/10 or of the power of the whole iceberg. You remember the Titanic? They ran into the iceberg, think they might break it apart, but they forgot that 9/10 of the iceberg was under the water, which all the power was. And that's the same with you. Your power is in your subconscious mind. Doesn't show so much. So here's you. There's a conscious mind. You're a subconscious mind. You're a body. All right. That's the rare, bare understanding that people may have in this world today. Well, there's more to it than that, and I'd like to get into it in just a second. But your PAR, the methods of PAR. So throughout my book, we strongly recommend that you use the PAR method to strengthen yourself in these different areas, these 21 different areas, in your mature attitude, your dynamic attitude, and your skills of effective living. So they're the 21 different attitudes that we like to affect in you through our program here to change your life. And so that you can think with your brain or your mind, because they're both combined, your brain and your mind and your cells and your spirit and your intelligence. And we go on, as we'll share with you in just a minute. You're a lot more than you thought you were. Okay, so what you think is what you get. So if you're at school and people are talking about you, then that can affect you greatly, and you don't really want to be affected by it too much. For example, picture of a girl walking with her lovely legs. Now, there's a story of a girl that was walking along like this, and some young school kids were walking behind her, and they started laughing and poking fun at her legs. And so she heard them, and it affected her for the rest of her life. She, from then on, never wore a dress that could show her legs, never wore shorts that would show her legs. From then on, she wore trousers to cover up her legs the rest of her life, because she believed, as these young children that were behind teasing her, that her legs were funny or that her legs weren't great, and she believed it and thought about it every day that she put her clothes on. For the rest of her life, she never showed her legs because of these comments. All right, she allowed these thoughts to program her mind and be defeating attitudes to her. Don't let those kids spoil your life and affect you. This is a friend of mine, John D. Martini, and he does what's called a breakthrough experience every week somewhere in the world. He's made a fortune out of this breakthrough experience. And what he does, he gets you to think of someone that's affected your life in a negative way, someone that you have bad feelings towards, someone that you haven't forgiven and it's affecting your life, someone that has done something to you. Now, that person could be anyone in the world that's greatly hurt you, someone that is, for example, if someone's been raped and so on. But I went to a class one weekend with John DeMartini's program, the Breakthrough Experience. And did you know that most of the people in the class, there's only like 10 people in the class, and most of them, their mum and dad was their problem. These are adults, and they were holding grudges of their mother and father. Can you believe that? So I would suggest that we need to grow up a little bit and forgive our mums and dads, no matter how bad they were or how wonderful they were. All right. It's all a matter of what you think about them. They tried to do their best. They might not have been great parents. They didn't get a proper manual when they had children. None of us do. But they did their best in the circumstances. They mightn't be great. They mightn't be that clever, but they're your parents. And we need to be grateful for them and forgive and forget, learn and move on. Realize how wonderful it was. As John DeMartini says, write a letter about how you appreciate the person that's affected you the worst, that you hold grudges about. Write a letter thanking them for everything they've done for you, for how wonderful they are, because if it wasn't for them, that you wouldn't be anywhere near as strong and as great. So whatever happened to you in life, be grateful for it, appreciate it, and so on. Even the worst things in your life, appreciate them, because as he said, be grateful for your enemies, because it made you stronger, into a stronger being. Okay, now a lot of us, the way we're brought up in our families, the way we think. When it comes to money, we've all heard this before. We get what we think. And you are what you think in life. Anyway, so a lot of families will, to justify themselves, they've been taught by others during the Depression, the other parents and so on, that they're taught that if people have got a lot of money, they must be crooks, or they must have inherited their wealth. All right. We need to change the way we think about money. People think that money is the root of all evil. Money's not money's not everything, but it certainly helps you obtain a lot more and help you enjoy a lot more if you want to use it properly. It can be considered as a yardstick. The more money you make, the more help you're achieving with people or doing people. So if your thoughts aren't helping you progress, stop it. Just stop it. Get rid of those thoughts. Stop the negative thoughts and start realizing that that you can be dynamic. And how you can change your life? This is a very simple process by picturing what you want, acting, relaxing, and controlling ask, which is your attitude, skills, and knowledge. All right. Now, this is very powerful stuff. And if you can understand the importance, this is one of the books I've written called How Cool Is It to Recreate Yourself? If you wish to recreate yourself, you need to understand these principles of picturing, acting, and relaxing to control ask, to control your life. All right. So you can recreate yourself, and we suggest you go for it. Okay. So you understand that you're picturing action and picturing, acting, and relaxing are controlling your thoughts, feelings, and your behaviors. All right, so if you want to get rid of being tired and lonely and frustrated, sad and angry and depressed and bitter and have resentment and jealousy and so on, feeling unloved, even overweight and so on. If you want to get rid of these depressions and these feelings, you need to replace these things with happiness. Replace depression with cheerfulness, right? Decide you're going to be happy. This is part of our success happiness kit, which we teach people about in our books and so on. All right, so you can believe that you can become great. It's in the thought factory of achievement. So here's this builder, and he's working hard, but he's dreaming that one day he will do something bigger and better, where he's now designed a tool that will do the work for him. All right, so that's what we need to take ourselves from where you are to where you dream of being. And you can do it. You can achieve it. You have the ability. Remember our motto there, making winners is our business. Dynamic, happy, and successful people are our products by using these. Now, here's some live examples of some of our clients that they've used this material with. It's all in your mind. They've used these principles. And so the bottom line is where they were first interviewed. When we first interviewed them, we plotted out on the graph there where they are as far as those 7 mature attitudes and the 7 dynamic attitudes and the 7 skills of effective living. And then 3 months later, we checked them again, and this is where they had increased their personality and skills and so on. Here's another client. See the dramatic difference in their life. Another client, and you can see how low this person was, absolute depressed, worried, and so on. And within 3 months, the tremendous change in their lives. All right. So it's a matter of getting what you asked for in life. Ask for greater things. Realize that your subconscious mind will help you program. If you use your subconscious mind to control your thoughts and actions by feeding into it these affirmations, visualizations, the auto suggestions to your subconscious mind and programming yourself. Now, we can help you through different hypnosis programs or relaxation programs to program your mind to success. We're just launching this month 40 new products with 40 new topics to take you from where you are to where you dream of being as part of our happiness coaching. Now, one of my great coaches that I've loved and adored all my life, and he changed my life, was my dad. This is one of the articles in the newspaper. This is in the Daily Mail back in 1954. Okay. It says here about it says that Matt McCoy, Australia's greatest rugby league footballer, will most likely be unable to play against England and so on. So here's my father, who is a country boy, and we grew up without much opportunity out on the farm. He had to ride a horse or a sulky to get the football training, and he lived in the next town, so he had to ride from one town to another town to train for football and so on. And then he had to get to Sydney and so on to start playing. He lived in the country, but here he became the greatest rugby league player in Australia. Here he is scoring a winning try to win the grand final for St George with Clive Churchill from South Sydney at his ankles. But he won the test for St George, won the grand final for St George, 1949. Here he is winning the final try to win the test for Australia in New Zealand. He ran 50 meters to score the winning try. He scored 56 points, 57 points on the tour of New Zealand, and he missed one of the games. So he's a huge point scorer, the highest point scorer for Australia. Here he is. He scored all of St George's points. Scored 17 points. Every point that St George got this day, my dad scored for them there. Here's another article in Daily Mirror. It says McCoy's absence from the Australian Test team and so on will be tragic. It says, for unquestionably, he is the best player in Australia, and in fact, probably the finest player in the world today. So here's one of the greats in sport that I admire. Here he is. I cut this out of the paper 25 years after he kicked all these goals. It says it was the greatest goal kicking exhibition ever, as the article said. This is 25 years after he'd done this. It was said that he's the greatest goal kicker in the world. All right, now I want to go back as to why these affirmations work, these positive suggestions to your subconscious mind. This is one of the books I've written called Mysteries of Your Universe Revealed. And in this book, I go through a lot of the mysteries of the universe, funny thing. And I would like to share with you a little bit about you. You're not just a body. You're not just a body that's been here on earth, but you were created in the image and likeness of God. All right. Now you'll learn more about this if you ever wish to read my book, Mysteries of Your Universe Revealed. But before you were born, if I can control this, before you were born, you were an intelligence. And intelligence always exists. It's kind of like energy. Energy always exists. So if you were a scientist, you would probably call it energy. If you were a Christian, you would call it God, the Spirit, God. But if you have insight, you'll realize it's intelligence. And as the scientists say, energy is everywhere. It can't be created, can't be destroyed, can't be manufactured. It's everywhere, and it's always existed. Now, that's what they say about energy. The Christians would say that God has always lived, can't be created, can't be destroyed, and so on. But this is intelligence, and you and I have been intelligence and have always existed. But at some stage, we went from intelligence to become a spiritual body. Okay, a spiritual body. That's why we're called children of God, because we're spirit children of God. And he purported a plan to us to come to earth and gain physical bodies. And he says in Genesis 1:26, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness. And it says to give them dominion over everything on the earth. Now, it's very important just to listen to this. This isn't a scripture lesson. This is to let you understand the power, the incredible resources that you have, and who you really are. You're not just a body. You're not just this flesh and blood that was born and sometime going to die. That's not just the program. That's just a fraction of the story. You have an opportunity to live a full life, and it's only the beginning of where you're heading in life. All right, so let's just have a look here. If you bear with me for a minute, you have always existed as intelligence, always existed. At some stage, you were born as a spirit. You have a spirit within you. You have intelligence within you. The real you within is an intelligence that is so wise and so powerful. Okay, your intelligence is over everything, every other intelligence. All animals have intelligence. Plants have intelligence. Everything you get a magnifying glass, you'll see it moving. If it's moving, what do you think that means? It means that there's life in there. If there's life in there, what does that mean? There has to be intelligence in there. Intelligence. Okay, now there's intelligence in there, but in you, there is so much intelligence. Please understand this. I'm letting you expand your mind. You're not just a body. You are so much power. You have a spiritual body. You have an intelligence, a divine, eternal intelligence that will never die, never, ever, and so on. You've been created in the image and likeness of God. You've been given dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the cattle, over the earth, and over every creeping thing on the earth. You, as a man and woman, are being created in the image and likeness of God. Okay, so do you understand? You have an intelligence. You have a spirit. You have a physical body. Now, this body is more than the body. It has over 100 trillion cells. This is just a little bit of a comprehension, understanding of all the human cells in your body. All these different cells that multiply themselves. You had 2 cells get together as a miracle. is a genius. And those two cells, how much intelligence did those two cells have? Those two cells multiplied to 4 cells, 8 cells. It kept multiplying till you got over 100 trillion cells. Every month to 3 months, every month, every week, we've got millions and millions of cells dying and being replaced by new cells, new healthy, energetic, lively cells. You have over 100 trillion cells in your body. Over nearly every 3 months, all of your cells are replaced by new cells. Your cells are geniuses. They have their own intelligence. Do you understand? You are not just a physical body that's worried about a few things, a few little challenges in life. You are a magnificent individual that has, let me go through it again, an intelligence, the divine intelligence that is you. You have a spirit child of your Father in heaven, the creator of all this. You've been given a body, and given that, and that body, you've been given dominion over everything that is on the earth. And in that body, you have over 100 trillion cells. Every one of those 100 trillion cells has their own intelligence. I believe intelligences. If you look at a video of what's happening in a cell every second, there's that much going on in each of your 100 trillion cells. That it's got obvious that there's so much intelligence going on in there. Are you intelligent enough to know how to get your fingernails to grow, how to heal a wound, how to grow hair, which I might have a bit of trouble with, how to allow your cells to die and replace themselves? Do you know how to do these things? Do you know how to heal yourself from injuries? Well, consciously, you don't know how to. Subconsciously, you got maybe a bit of help in there. But these intelligences that are part of you, and you're the creator of them. You, as far as you are the trainer, you're the God of this temple of God. This is your temple. And you have over 100 trillion cells at least working for you and replenishing and working hard with their intelligences. So how many intelligences are in your body working for you every day, doing things? You don't know how your liver works, your kidney works, your spleen works, your heart, all these things working for you. And you know what we do? A lot of us abuse them. Alcohol and drugs and so on, killing and destroying the intelligences in your body. All right, so I hope you understand. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because the more you understand this, the more you realize that you have control over your body and your intelligence and so on. So you can talk to your intelligences. You can instruct your intelligences. That's what's happening when we talk about affirmation. What you say is what you get. These intelligences are geniuses. All right, they do what they're told. And so when you say, I feel great, what happens? You feel great. If you say, I feel so tired today, all right? You know, you got enough power in you to, if they used all the power, electronic energy in it that's in your body, you could power your whole city for the night. They say for a week, you could power your city. All right, with the energy that you've got in there in your cells. So realize your great potential. You understand? So when you say an affirmation, when you say an auto suggestion, when you use PAR, picturing, acting, relaxing, you're programming these 100 trillion cells. Your brain, you got a conscious mind, a subconscious mind. You got a right and left hemisphere of your brain. You got this spirit. You've got the intelligence. You've got 100 trillion cells of intelligence. It's so much that you've got You are a universe within your body of genius, of intelligence that can achieve so much. Now, why I share this with you? I've got a rebounder here, mini trampoline I jump on. And when I started jumping on that, I started realizing this is a cellular exercise. And I started talking to my cells. And when I talk to my cells tingle and zing. And so I used to tell myself when I had important meetings on that when I go to this meeting, I'm going to do my best to communicate with this person that I've got to meet with today to do this business deal. When I go there, I want my 100 trillion cells, each of you guys, to communicate with his 100 trillion cells. You need to communicate so we feel good. Have you ever walked into a room and felt that you're not welcome there? You think, these people don't like me. They got a bad attitude towards me. All right. Or have you ever walked into a room where it's your party and everyone's loving you and excited and so on? So realize your cells help you feel welcome, help you feel not welcome, and so on. So you can try and help control yourself. All right. So let's take you on a little bit further. You'll learn these things in some of my books. How wonderful, incredible you are. You are in control. You are the master of your universe. You're the center of your universe. Your great intelligence and your spirit and your body and your right and left hemisphere and your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and every one of your 100 trillion cells and the multitude of intelligences that are in each of these cells to help you, not just the body, you, this eternal being, are so powerful and you can achieve a lot. So these are some of the things that I teach in my books there to teach you that how cool is it to be you? You have got such a self-esteem, self-confidence, self-belief. If you haven't got it, we want you to get it. Understand that you can have self-expectation to expect greatness in your life. All right. How cool is it to set goals? That's another brilliant book to help you set goals to be who you wish to be. Because you're not just a body. You are an amazing individual full of so many components that are working for you. Look after these cells and intelligences and the spirit and your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, all these amazing bits of intelligence working for you. It's all in your mind. These are some of my books that I've written. These are some of my ultimate achievement systems there. How to be wealthy and set goals and how to heal yourself and so on. Now, this is just some of the things that we teach in our Millionaire Mind Magnet program, teaching you how to get your head right and so on. Because if you want to become wealthy, you need to get your head right for it. If you want to be happy, it's a matter of getting your head right to be as happy as you wish to be. Who controls your happiness? You do 100%. You control your happiness. Don't shift the blame to anyone else. It's no one else's business. You need to control your happiness. You need to take control of your life and so on. Okay, so we have our Millionaire Mind Magnet program to help you to succeed. Now, if you wish to be one of our coaches, you can be involved in this as far as helping people and coaching them using our material. If you'd like to buy one of our programs, you're welcome to do that too. We have about over 20 recordings in Millionaire Mind Magnet program. We have similar in our Properties and You, where we teach people how to buy their properties with little to no money. We have a whole range of freedom and rights stuff to teach you your legal rights in this world. We have a whole range of products and information on secret to a vital life, because so many people aren't healthy. You got all this amazing body and we have dominion over everything, and we don't even look after our body. I heard Nick, one of our great coaches, shared a thought with us this morning in our gratitude session, saying that when we're eating, it's only on your lips for a second, on your hips for a lifetime. And if you nibble some sweet rubbish when you nibble it, you need bigger knickers. He says it so much better. He learned this thought in America. But anyway, so in our Secret to a Vital Life, we have a package there where we've got, I used to take people to Las Vegas to do lectures on our rebounder, the mini trampolines, the vitalizer. And we used to have the best speakers from all over, from doctors and chiropractors and touch bear health instructors, natural health people, and so on, all talking about the secrets to a vital life, how to be healthy and strong, and so on. And so we've got all these recordings that we recorded in Vegas, and we've got them on, putting them up on our health program, on our webinar there. We've got some of the Australia's greatest gurus on there, on the program. And we're honored to be able to have them there sharing their programs with you and educating you. We have live yoga classes on there from Summer Healing there in Melbourne with Amy. And we have live classes with Simon McCoy, one of my incredible sons, who will do live bodybuilding classes there from Sydney. And we have other programs that are recorded that you'll be able to watch them there to get yourself healthy and fit and so on. We have loyalty programs, we have business coaching and so on to help you to grow. So these are ultimate achievement systems there and training programs that we are able to use. Now, some of the books I've written that are part of our coaching programs that we teach and help you with, I've been called the Recreation King because of some of the books I've written and the way that I've been able to recreate my life and others to help them to in different careers and just to completely change your life, to take you from where you are to where you dream of being. These are some of the books I've got up on Amazon at the moment. We've got over 12 books at the moment, with another 6 or 7 going up this month, as well as the 40 new products we're putting up as well. These are some of the television shows, news articles, magazines, and so on. I've been written up in over the years. Around the world. This is in Germany, in England, in New Zealand, and Australia, America, and so on. So these are some of the different magazines and television shows and that I've been on around the world. So our material is, we believe, ideal to help people in life. These are some of the recordings that I've done. Ultimate Achievement System. I've done over 100 recordings. Well, that was before we launched our new 40 new products this month and so on. These are all programs to help you recreate your life, to take you from where you are to where you dream of being, our ultimate achievement systems. How cool is it to be rich if you want to program yourself to rich? How cool is it to sleep if you're having trouble with sleep? This is our Millionaire Mind Magnet program there. And we've got ways to help you change your life if you are needing assistance there. These are different packages that we've got available in Millionaire Mind Magnet. This is one of our coaching manuals there. There's a book that you can get on Amazon too. It's just 202 questions to make millions. In here, it's the best coaching manual as far as it's got all the #1 questions that you would be asked if you were the best coach in the world. The questions that you need to ask yourself to change your life in your business. And that's one of the books that we work with in Millionaire Mind Magnet that I've written. These are some of the programs that we help you program your mind in the Millionaire Mind Magnet, how to your commitments to recreate yourself, your business and income. That'd be great to go with the program that we've done tonight. Affirmations there, which is to program yourself, and then how you see the world, it will produce your prosperity results. So if you see the world is making you money and so on, you'll attract the wealth into your life and so on. Okay, the miracle of power, which we've talked about tonight. This will show you this in action, how to create your wealth and destroy self-defeating behaviors. Okay, how to set your goals to be a gold mine. Okay, the magic of recreating your self-image and self-expectations and so on. How cool is it to recreate yourself and cause and effect, the things that you do in life that cause the success, cause the effect. We show you how to use that to attain greater success. Your bucket list, your bucket list, all right? Look, the life that you want, and so on. Anyway, there's a whole lot of things there in your Millionaire Mind Magnet. Okay, once again, these are some of the news articles and TV shows and that I've been on there. I've written a book called Ask and Grow Rich, and I have a website called Ask a Millionaire and Grow Rich and Ask a Billionaire and Grow Rich, 2 different websites there, where we interview successful people that have become billionaires and millionaires, and we publicize that for you and so on. So anyway, we have another series that to help you, as well as Millionaire Mind Magnet, and that is our coaching package on real estate and properties. And we have over 20 videos there that have already pre-recorded to teach you ways that you can buy properties with little to no money. This is a package here where we show you how to buy properties at council auctions, how to assume properties by taking over people's mortgages, how to find distressed properties, how to pay some now and some later when you buy properties, how to develop 4 properties, sell 3 and keep 1. If you do that every year, you have 1 free house a year. And then if you need more than that, I've got a student in Sydney who's absolutely fantastic, Melinda. She's done this over and over again since we first started doing this years ago. She owns at least 13 houses free and clear. She used to own more than that. And she does this each year. Buys 4, sells 3, keeps 1 for free. And now worth well over $23 million. So she's a clever girl, simple program. She does it all the time. And she's absolutely dynamic. How to option properties, how to buy properties with $10 or $100 or $1,000. We show you how to do this there. How to multiply your income through rental incomes. How to flip properties. How to discharge mortgages. How to buy houses with little to no deposits. So how to make millions using other people's money. How to make millions out of renting. How to negotiate for huge profits, and so on. There's other videos available there too. So we've got multiple training programs to help you succeed, and at different times we have different specials on some of these, but this is our health package there. We have the greatest health unit in the world, such as our vitalizer here. This is the #1 rebounder in the world. It is luxury to bounce on. Absolute luxury to bounce on. Change your life. They say that if you bounce on this for 40 days, it'll totally reorganize and restructure your cellular makeup and so on. That's what they call it, a natural medicine rebounder. Natural medicine because it flexes every cell in your body at the bottom of the bounce, top of the bounce, every cell relaxes because you become weightless and you start to fall again. So you get this flexing, relaxing of every one of those 100 trillion cells in your body. And you're helping them do what they're supposed to do, which is rejuvenate each cell. And it rejuvenates you. All right. Now, I'm a little healthier than just about any person my age that I know of. All right. I'm 67 this year, and I can run on these things and so on. So anyway, these rebounders are amazing if you want to be taken care of with your natural health with a rebounder. They're not like normal mini trampolines that end in a jolt when you run on them. These end in that beautiful flex. Change your life. We'd love to show you. You guys are all welcome to be distributors for these and make a heap of money doing so. All right. So we have to have them, because if you're not keeping yourself healthy and fit, then you're not looking after yourself. And this lymphatic system that's pumped by your rebounder, your every exercise, change your life. All right. So we need to close up now. These are some of the other videos or audio programs there. How cool is it to rebound revolution there. How to give up smoking and so on. Now, anyone that wants to buy any of our programs too, we'd love to have you involved in us. We often will give away a free holiday to everyone that joins our programs. And that's a program there where you can get 2 of you or 4 members of the family if the kids are under 12. You can go on a holiday anywhere in the world. We'll pay for your accommodation. So you can have 4 days, 3 nights in 4- and 5-star hotels all over Australia, New Zealand, to France, Paris, London, Rome, America, Las Vegas, all over. If you want to go to Bali, I think we'll give you 9 days there. If you go to Fiji, we give you a 9-day holiday, and so on. But you just need to pay for your airfares. We'll pay for your accommodation, your holidays with us. It's worth well over $1,000. Anyway, we're looking for foundation leaders that can coach our material and that. If there's any areas you're interested, please let us know, and we'll see what we can do to help you. But thanks for getting involved with us there. We would like anyone that would like to get involved in some of our coaching programs, please let us know. If any would like to be coaches with us, we would love to talk to you about being coaches, how we can change your life as you help change others' lives. Now, as you can see, we're not that good at spelling. We spell happiness with 2 A's. We think it deserves 2 A's because the attitude, it stands for attitude and action. The 2 A's stand for attitude and action. If you've got the right attitude and put into action, you can achieve anything you want in life. All right. I hope you learned something from what we shared with you tonight. I believe if you can understand, you're not just a body. You are your amazing body with an incredible spirit. And there's a spiritual side to all of us there. You're a spiritual child of the great creator. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. But we're talking about self-image, self-confidence, self-belief. All right. Now, if you wish to be great, you need to work on your self-image, your self-confidence, your self-belief, and so on. And there is no better way to do that, no better way than to understand that you are a child of God. Now, if you don't believe it, that's up to you. But I would suggest adopt it, believe it, want it, understand it. Understand that if you believed it, your whole self-image has changed. Like that. All right? I would suggest, in my opinion, if I'm going to have the best self-image of myself, I am going to, from this second on, believe that there is the greatest creator of all time, the great creator of everything is my dad, your dad. He created you and made you. He's your father, and he's your spirit father. So if you're going to have an incredible self-image, one that's better than thinking you're a descendant of an ape, all right? I don't care what you believe there. I would suggest that you adopt a belief within your heart, within your mind, that you are a son of the creator of all this, and you can be like him. How does that affect your self-image, your self-confidence, your self-belief, your self-esteem, your self-expectations? To believe you, yes, you are a child of the creator of all this, and you can be like him. You have his skills, his talents, his creative powers. You have powers. They may be in embryo form. You may be just starting to learn and understand it. But just like all kids, you're going to grow up and be like him. Can you imagine your self-image, understanding and believing and hoping and wishing and desiring and having the faith of a mustard seed, he says. If you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can tell that mountain to move. How can you do that? Why can you do that? Because God gave you dominion over everything on the earth. He said he created you in the image and likeness of God. Do you understand that? He gave you dominion over everything on the earth. That means that everything in the earth knows that you as a man have dominion and control it. So if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move the mountain. Why? Because the mountain is full of intelligences. Wow. And is their intelligence as great as your intelligence? No, because your intelligence is the greatest intelligence. Why should I say that? Because your intelligence was chosen by God to be put into a spirit. And that spirit was put into a body and created in the image and likeness of God and given dominion over everything, the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air. Now, do the fish and the fowl of the air and the animals, do they have intelligence? Of course they do. But what did God say? Your intelligence, your spirit and your body has dominion over everything. If you have dominion over it and you have that expectation, that self-belief, that self-confidence, that faith of a mustard seed, that you can move mountains. He said, the Savior said, that we will be able to do greater things than we saw him do. What did he do? He could walk on water. Now, you've got to have pretty good self-esteem to do that, I think. Pretty good self-esteem, good self-expectations, self-image. Yep, the walk on water might help if you had a little bit of self-belief. And if you had an understanding that you had dominion over everything on the earth, and you believed it, to have the faith of a mustard seed, then the Savior was able to walk on water, able to heal the sick, fix the lepers that the hands and arms are falling off, their faces falling off. He was able to heal them, give them the skin of a baby. Now, if he said greater things will we do than he can do. Now, I'm just sharing some thoughts to suggest that you are not just a body born on this earth for 40, 60, 80 years, maybe 100 if you're lucky, or 102 or 3 or 4. But you have eternal life, and you have the ability to grow and develop and be magnificent and become like the Creator. And this is just one of the stepping stones for doing so. All right. So I would encourage you to adapt some beliefs that give you the greatest self-image, the greatest self-expectation, self-respect, self-belief. And that's some of the things. If you don't understand this, please watch this webinar again and just see what you can do to help you understand. Or grab my book, Mysteries of the Universe Revealed. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. As I say, if you'd like to be one of our coaches, learn some of these things, please contact us. We have over 40. We haven't put them up here tonight. We need to put up over 40. If you would like us, we'll send them to you. But got over 40 new products too to change your life. And they're all different areas of changing your life. All right. Thank you for joining us. I'll share a little thought with you as we go, and that is a little thought that I learned on the back of a toilet door one day in London. And there's not many thoughts you should learn on the back of toilet doors, but this one was worthwhile. And it's I usually say it in the mornings, but hopefully, even though this isn't the morning, this hopefully can be a start of a new life for you. And this thought goes: this is the beginning of a new day. God has given us this day to use as we will. We can waste it or use it for good. But what we do today is important, for we're exchanging a day of life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that we've traded for it. We want it to be gain and not loss, good and not evil, success and not failure, so that when tomorrow comes, we will not regret the price that we've paid for it. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you wanted to be one of our coaches, let us know. If you'd like to be coached, let us know. If you'd like to get any of our different programs, we'd love to talk to you too on how we can help you to be able to realize that you're okay. You're better than okay. You're absolutely incredible. You're a masterpiece, magnificent. We'd love to invite you to our webinars every morning, 8 o'clock Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne time, 8 o'clock. We do a gratitude session. If you'd like to be invited to our gratitude sessions, it's all free. And if you miss it, we put it up online so that people can watch it anytime in the world in their time frame, because we have a lot of people that watch us from all over the world. But anyway, thank you for your time this evening. We appreciate you. I hope we can help change your life for greatness and be part of our happiness program. Thanks so much, guys. Let's just see here. We might see if there's any questions on some of that stuff. Just a second there. There we go. Jetstar's got an offer for us. Hi, guys. Good to see you again. Thank you, Hassan. Hi. Great to join. Thank you, Sam, over in Fiji. Thank you. Really like to join. It's great. Really like to join the coaching. Thank you. There's Nick. Nick's organized a $450 flight to Bali for us. So we'll give you a 9 days holiday in Bali. You just got to pay $450 for your ticket and so on. All right. Thanks, guys. Any other questions there? If you want to get involved in coaching, you have to have an experience. If you want to be coached, you haven't had that experience, we'll help you, lead you in that area too. There are coaches around the country that are looking for wonderful people that they can work with and so on. If you're wanting any of my books, they're available too. And there's all these different programs there. So we'd love to help train you and change your life too. Okay. Really like to join. Thank you, guys. All right. Any other questions? Anything anyone would like? Actually, it's only $309 to Brisbane with a free return trip. Wow. From Brisbane. That's to Bali. That's fantastic. Thank you, Nick. We better all go to Bali for a bit of a holiday. Need one. Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. Look forward to any of you calling if you're needing any assistance there on any illegal work at the moment or in some of the training, coaching. We'd love to help you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you through the week and see you next Tuesday night. Help you change your life some more, we hope. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.